We're going to be doing something new today, and hopefully every Tuesday I'm going to try to do something similar to this, either tier lists or throwback Tuesdays, or trailer Tuesdays when a new trailer comes out. Do something like that every Tuesday. And what better way to start off than the Super Bowl commercials that we got this year, or sorry, just the trailers. We're not doing every commercial because honestly they were really really bad this year. But we did get one, two, three, four, five, seven new trailers for the Super Bowl, and I think a couple of them were shown prior to the Super Bowl, which is very unfortunate. It takes a bunch of a lot of the fun out of waiting for the commercials and everything. But at least we got some. At least there's some in here, and they're actually pretty okay. And I think the first one we got, I'm going to try to go in order here with what the Super Bowl gave us, is uh, the Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer. And man, I am so fucking excited for this movie. After the first trailer, I was kind of just expecting this to be something almost exactly the same as the first one, just a shit ton of references, Luigi and Mario just being not that interesting. But this trailer, the second trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, has honestly got me really excited for it, and uh, I think they're heading in the right direction. We'll see what type of universe they're building up, probably in the end credits for this movie, but trailer wise, I think the Super Mario Galaxy trailer was really really fun. This movie looks gorgeous still. It's just a much better trailer than the first one. I'm gonna be honest. Where am I gonna put it? Probably A tier. I really did enjoy this trailer. When the first trailer came out, I wasn't too excited, but this one got me really, really excited for the movie. And it's coming out around my birthday, and I need something to be excited for around then. And I think the Super Mario Galaxy movie second trailer has convinced me that this movie actually has potential to be something better than just good. As for the second trailer, which is a complete flip flop from the Mario Galaxy trailer. I don't even know what I should call this. Is this even a trailer? It's the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, which is just 10 seconds of them riding with two tauntauns, and then it ends. And the trailer honestly feels like a beer commercial. I honestly thought it was a beer commercial until I saw the tauntauns. Um, Very disappointed in this. I mean, this movie already has nothing going for it. I'm not. I could be misremembering, but the first trailer was very, very shit, and this one manages to be even worse. I feel like if you're Disney and you need to build that brand back for Star Wars, you don't do something like this. You don't have the epicness or the coolness of Star Wars anymore. You lost that in the 2010s with your last two movies. If okay, last four movies, I guess you should say. You lost all the credibility you guys earned with Star Wars. You can't just go out for the Super Bowl, pay $7 million, and then give us this really crappy 20-second commercial. This was easily the worst trailer of the entire Super Bowl. I'm giving it an F tier. It was horrible. It was really really bad. I mean, it was really embarrassing. I was so excited for some Mandalorian and Grogu, just anything Disney related, to be honest. Whether that was Star Wars or Marvel, I was hoping we were gonna get something. I guess Spider-Man is Sony, so I shouldn't count that too much. But Mandalorian and Grogu needed something big, needed a big trailer. It's coming out in what 3 months, and this doesn't get me excited. They have probably one more trailer coming out for it, and it's gonna be shit again. I just have a really good feeling that this movie's promotion is gonna be utter dog shit, and I don't know if people will be seated for this movie, and this really doesn't help it. But the next trailer, I mean, Disclosure Day, it's so fucking good. The marketing they're doing for this movie is unbelievable. All the interviews they're doing with the cast and the crew have been really great, and the two trailers we've gotten so far, I think this one played right before the Super Bowl started, have been phenomenal. This one even showing us the spaceship, if I remember correctly, it looked fantastic. Everything about this movie is getting me more and more excited. If I did that top 10 list for most anticipated movies today, this might be number two. I don't know what it was on my list. I think it was number 4 or 5 or 3, one of those ones. But this could be number 2 now. The trailers for this have been absolutely stunning. This movie looks great. It sounds great. It looks like it's going to be one of the best movies of the year, if not the best. And this second trailer has definitely shown that. So I'm giving Disclosure Day trailer S tier easily. And this is kind of messing up now. I should fix this, huh? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. What's this? Oh, Minions 3. Did not expect this one. A movie that completely ruins the Minions lore, and I'm absolutely disgusted by it, to be honest. I'm gonna give this an F tier. No, I'm kidding. The Minions 3 trailer looked really, really fun. If you've seen my reviews and even my most anticipated movie of this upcoming year, I'm a huge fan of giant monsters, and even though Cthulhu looks really tiny in this movie and he just looks like a baby jokey character, I expect this movie to end it off with a bang and for Cthulhu to grow really, really big. I think this movie looks really fun. I think the Minions movies have been pretty damn good. They've been good. I'll say that. I mean, the last one was an event. Everyone wearing suit and ties to it. It was really, really fun. I haven't had a problem with any of the Minions movies than I can think of. I'm gonna rewatch all of them before this movie comes out, but this trailer got me so fucking excited for it. I want animation to have a good year this year, and even with something like Minions, which is pretty belittled by the average Joe, everyone just thinks it's a shitty kids movie, and it's definitely ruined how animated movies, the Despicable Me franchise, in my opinion, has ruined how animated movies have been made, joke wise, visually, somewhat story wise, but I'm really excited for this. I think they've still been good, even though they probably have ruined what animation was for like the past 10 years. I think Minions 3 looks really, really fun. All the giant monsters. It's a new group. It's gonna be the same thing. They're all gonna be goofy, stupid, banana, fucking whatever jokes they make. I think it looks really fun. I'm excited for Minions. The trailer was okay, right below Mario Galaxy. It was still really good, much better than Mando, of course. And after the Minions trailer, we get the other. There's been so many animated trailers for this one. Damn. We get the other huge animated movie for the year, and especially of this quarter of the year, Hoppers. I'm still not sold on it. I'm still not sold on it. I'm giving it a C tier. The trailer just doesn't excite me. It's so rare that Pixar movies, except for sequels, like usually the original Pixar movies get into my top 15 most anticipated movies of the year, especially even after the 2, 3 trailers we get. Hoppers just doesn't do it for me. I'm not sure. This just looks like a really bad version of Wild Robot. I think the movie looks pretty damn good. I like the textures on all the animals and even the wildlife and it's just everything. Everything in this movie just looks really good, but we're begging Pixar to make more original movies, but this just doesn't feel like an original movie to me, which is such a shame because I really loved Elio last year, and I loved Soul, and I loved Luca, and Elemental, and some other Pixar movie I'm forgetting. I don't know why. Coco? Was that in 2020s? No, that's 2018. But I think they've been doing really good with originals. So I'm not super down on Hoppers and what's gonna come out, but it's gotta be the least exciting original Pixar film trailer wise that we've got in a while. But who knows? Maybe the movie can be amazing. We'll see on that. Oh, I'm gonna save this one for last, so I'm not gonna go in order anymore. I'm lying. The next trailer we got, which sadly released for some reason 2 hours before the Super Bowl, is the Project Hail Mary trailer. I was super excited for this movie. This was a movie that was so tempting to put in my top 10 and even honorable mentions for my most anticipated movies. I couldn't do it. Something about it was throwing me off. We didn't get anything, and there was no promotion for it. And I was like, man, I don't know what we're going to get here with Project Hail Mary. This is what we're getting. That was one of the best trailers I have seen in a fucking while. This movie looks absolutely stunning. And I know this is the general consensus is that this is what Supergirl should have looked like, and I agree. I think every space movie should be so beautiful and filled with color and even an openness you get in some of the shots in this trailer just look so fucking gorgeous, man. I mean, for a movie I really wasn't too sure of and honestly too fond of heading into it in a month. I think Project Hail Mary has completely convinced me otherwise, and this movie is I think it's going to be amazing. This trailer has convinced me that I might be watching one of the maybe potentially the best movie of the year. Everything about this movie just looks so great. I love the promotions they've been doing, the promotional material they've been doing for it. You have the football thing where, uh, what they're throwing it through a giant donut in L.A. I can't remember, but the trailer itself was just gorgeous. It was short, it was sweet, it was pretty. This was honestly the best trailer of the whole Super Bowl. Visually, convincing me to watch it. This did its job. I think this is what a trailer should do, and it did it right. I think Project Hail Mary was fucking great. And even though Project Hail Mary was the best trailer of the Super Bowl, still was not my favorite trailer in the entire Super Bowl commercial release. I cannot believe we got a trailer for this. I'll never forget my reaction to this. What I'm talking about here is The Adventures of Cliff Booth, which, if you don't know, I believe was supposed to be a sequel TV show releasing on Netflix, written by Quentin Tarantino and directed by David Fincher. I was so looking forward to this, but I was thinking it was a TV show, and the trailer came out, and I was like, is that Brad Pitt? And I was kind of like losing my shit because I fucking love Brad Pitt. And I was like, oh my god, is that Brad Pitt? We're getting a new Brad Pitt movie. And it kept playing, and I was like, I think that's Cliff Booth. Is that Cliff Booth? And it kept playing and playing and playing, and then the trailer ends. You just get the Netflix logo, and it says, film coming later this year. I lost my shit. I'm telling you guys, I lost my shit. When I thought this was supposed to be a TV show, and then we get that trailer, and it's telling us it's a fucking movie. It's gonna be peak. I have full faith in this. I didn't think this was coming out this year. I didn't think this was coming out anytime soon, to be honest. I thought late 2027, personally, but it coming out this year, it not being a TV show, it looking gorgeous. Thank you, David Fincher, for making good looking movies. I fucking love you. I've been rewatching all of his movies recently, and man, I fucking love him. I think he's such a great director, and I am so fucking excited for this, especially since you still have the writing from Quentin Tarantino. This should be one of the better movies of this year. I mean, it's just such a great duo that I don't think has worked together before, for obvious reasons. This looks amazing. This looks absolutely fantastic. I'm hoping the censoring joke they were doing throughout the trailer was only for the Super Bowl advertisement and not during the actual movie, because that would be a bit annoying, just having the weird blurs over mouths and beer bottles and cigarettes and joints and stuff like that. But that trailer, unbelievable, man. I couldn't believe it. I like dropped everything, and I was like, holy shit, I need to see what everyone else is talking about, because that was the best thing during the whole Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie, the football was dog shit. The halftime show was okay, but that trailer honestly saved everything for me. To be fair, this was a really good Super Bowl this year, even though it felt like we didn't get many big movies. And of course, three of these are animated, and they probably are the biggest three animated movies of the year. They're going to be grossing wise, at least. I think they did really good here. The Adventures of Cliff Booth looked so fucking promising. Project Hail Mary looks gorgeous. Disclosure Day, of course. Everything that they show new looked great. Mario Galaxy looked fun. Minions 3 looked fun. Hoppers, even though I'm not too excited for it, could be D tier. That still looked pretty damn fun. Honestly, the only gripe I have this year with the Super Bowl trailers is Mando and Grogu. This was absolutely horrible. And you're not going to convince anyone to watch a new Star Wars movie with that shit, to be honest. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be doing more, like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing more tier lists, maybe throwback movies, trailer reviews on Tuesdays from now on. Hopefully, I'm going to be try to be more consistent. I'm thinking of a new schedule for my account, my content, whatever, and this is something I want to do every week, just something more interactive, something to get whoever's watching this to talk back with me in the comments, and we can argue or agree and chatter in there. But I think this was a really good Super Bowl, and if you enjoyed this, I will be doing more every Tuesday.